Happy Thursday and happy Facebook Live time. I am Melissa Kerman of Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I am here live on Facebook and on YouTube for the replay, but live on Facebook every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to share fun projects and all the latest Stampin' Up! News and news from my treehouse. So I got some fun, of course, in store today, some announcements, just basic kinds of things, but just before I launch into that, I don't know about you guys, but this has been kind of a crazy week for me. My husband came home sick from a business trip. My daughter came home for spring break and got the flu. So I've been a bit of a caretaker this week, and as a result, not exactly the most productive, although I have tried and I have gotten work done, but it's been challenging. Hi, Pam. Welcome. And I was supposed to go to Boston tomorrow to visit my mom. My mom is 90, and because of my exposure to the flu, I have decided against it, and I think she's really happy about that. I know she's going to miss seeing me, and I'm going to miss seeing her, but just doesn't make sense to expose her to the flu. So anyway, here I am. But that means I have a little bit of found time, so it'll be a little bit more relaxed. I get to be here for the weekend and for the rest of my daughter's spring break and help her get better. So happy about that. So let's go ahead and launch in. The project demonstration today is focused on the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. I've got sneak peeks from the tutorial bundle, and I'll show you that in just a bit. But I also, just a couple little bit of announcements, just so you know. Of course, celebration is going on right now, which means for every $50 in merchandise you spend, you get a free item. Hi, Barbara. Good to see you there. I see there's other people there not chiming in, but say hello if you're out there. Tell me who you are, where you're from. So celebration, we're in the middle of celebration, and a couple of things have gone out of stock, so are sold out. So there's three things: the twine and sequins, the kerchief card kit, and then today an announcement came out that the Golden Honey Designer Series paper is sold out. So that's been super popular. So that's unfortunate, but that's what happens, right? So as I keep saying, get what you want to get soon. Don't delay, because it can run out. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Liz. Welcome. Oh, from New Zealand. I love that. Hi, Fran. Good to see you here. All right. So as of, let's see, it was the 3rd, 2 days ago, Stampin' Up! Launched a set of 5 new celebration items. So new items you can get for free. There are 3 stamp sets and 2 designer series papers. And I think I've shown you a little sneak peek of them, but I'm going to show you again just in case I have not. This is the So Very Vellum, and it comes in 3 colors: the Pool Party, which is the middle one, Soft Seafoam, which is the green, and then Purple Posy. So Stampin' Up! Is still selling the Purple Posy products, just not the ink and the re-inker. So you can see the vellums, and I've put them against a white piece of cardstock so you can see them. So those should be super fun to play with. So there's that. Now I've only gotten 2 of these new celebration items. The other one is the Flowering Foils designer paper. I might have given you a sneak peek of these, but they're lovely embossed papers. So there they are, all kind of shiny. Flowers, and then little flowers, and then gotta see this one. Where'd it go? I'm going backwards. There we go, that one. And then this, which of course I think could be used on more of a masculine style card. Hi, Christy. Welcome. So I have colored a few of these, and I have a project, actually my one of my card kits for the free card kit program in March and April is going to include this paper for one of the projects. So I have colored this, which I think is just so pretty. This is Bermuda Bay, Coastal Cabana, Pool Party, and Granny Apple Green. So let's see, I think, yeah, this is upright. So I love how that turned out. So this is just a little sneak peek. This is Highland Heather, Pool Party, and Seaside Spray. I tried to use, I think, the Purple Posy on there, but I think it was super light, so I decided to go with the darker purple. So anyway, just a little sneak peek of those super fun papers. I love the foil papers, those and the ones we've had in the past as well. And let's see what else. So other updates. So Paper Pumpkin, time is running out to sign up for the March kit. The March kit is a special one because it's the 7-year anniversary for Paper Pumpkin. So Stamp It Up is including an extra stamp set in that kit alone. So it's a great time to try out Paper Pumpkin if it's something you're interested in. It is an all-inclusive kit, so you don't need anything else. You don't have to buy anything else. It comes with adhesive and the whole 9 yards. So definitely check that out. So you have until March 10th. It's always the 10th of the month when you have the option to either drop or suspend or start a new subscription, or you can even get a single month. The other thing about Paper Pumpkin is if you do sign up, if you do a single month, that's great, that's cool. But if you do 3 months, you'll get a celebration item. And then there's also a 6-month subscription and a 12-month subscription. And for those, of course, you're spending enough because you're pre-purchasing them. So you would get to choose a celebration item or more than one. So that's, always fun, right? We love free stuff. Hi, Sue. I'm glad to see you here. Okay, let's see. What else? Oh, one other new thing. So for demonstrators, and those of you that are demonstrators out there may know this, there is a pre-order for us of something that's going to launch on April 1. It's one of the suites that's going to be in the annual catalog. So some of the information about that is flying around. And one of the things I saw today is that the designer paper that is coming with that suite, that pre-order suite that customers can get in the beginning of April, includes one of the new in colors, which is called, drum roll please, it's called Bumblebee. So we're all guessing it has to be a yellow. So anyway, that should be super fun to see that. And the suite is just beautiful, actually. I was looking at it, and I'm always, I try to make sure I'm buying stuff that I really love. Now, I haven't bit the bullet and bought it yet, but I love enough of it so that I'm considering getting the whole suite bundle, which is a lot of 2 different bundles, stamp sets, dies, designer paper, embellishments. Anyway, I'm so tempted. Should I do it? Anyway, always fun to get the pre-order stuff because then I get to play with it and show it off to you guys when it's available. All right, so without further ado, let's see. I guess I should show you one other thing, which is this is the new celebration publication with the 7 new items. So just a quick little scan through the first pages. So that's the flowering foils that I showed you, and of course samples. This is one of the stamp sets. This is a level 2 set. And it also coordinates with some dies that are current. So dies that cut out, especially those little cup shapes, which is fun. And then this very cute little masculine set right there. So these are all items that are free with a purchase. And then last but not least, this stamp set right here. And that coordinates with the punch that's in the current mini catalog too. So fun new things we can get for free. Gotta love it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera down in just a second. First I wanna show you, okay, so Birthday Bonanza. That's the suite that we're featuring today and the one that we're featuring for the Simple Sweet Stampers Tutorial Bundle for March. Just a quick little look. I'm going to be using the designer papers. I have not actually bought the stamp set or dies that go with this particular bundle, but the papers are really fun and festive and happy because, of course, it's all about birthday. Let's see, I'm trying to read comments at the same time. Oh, I should get it. You're egging me on, Kathleen. I should get it. Anyway, yeah, I'm probably going to get some of it, if not all of it. So we'll see. I'm going to do it soon, of course, because the benefit of a pre-order is to do it as soon as possible. So anyway, this is Pieces and Parts. Of course, I've been playing with this paper, so I don't have whole sheets of it, and it's hard to show whole sheets. So I love this, and there's the back side. Some of these we're going to be using in the projects today. Several of them, in fact. The little balloons and presents. And then I think these are just adorable. The little lion. Backside's pretty simple. And then little koala bears. I love that neutral background. Stripes. And let's see, that's probably upside down. Yeah, the little images of that toucan, I guess that is. And then big images of the toucan. And then the backside just pattern. So anyway, it's fun, playful, festive paper. I've created a few things with it. Today is the first projects I'm going to share of things that I've made with it. So I'll share the project I created for the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, and then I'll also be sharing my sort of remakes based upon what I owned of two of my design team members, part of the design team for Simple Sweet Stampers. So without further ado, going to turn the camera down and get started with the projects. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I have my mini catalog turned to the page for the Birthday Bonanza Suite, so just a quick look at that. And you can see it's just very fun and festive. There's the designer paper, there's ribbon that goes with it. These little pom-poms, which I have yet to figure out something to do with. I may ask your opinion today on an optional addition to one of my projects, see what you guys think. And then these fun little cello bags for doing a present. And of course the stamp set and dies, which you can't see very well there because they're so tiny, but there is the stamp set. Now, if you know me at all, you know I don't typically go for super cutesy stuff, but I do like some cute stuff. But that's why I didn't buy this set. But I do like the paper, and I'm excited to show you the projects that I have today. So we're also going to be using this perennial birthday set. I pulled this out of my shelf, and I keep using it on multiple things. So I think I used it on all three of the projects today, in fact. Okay, so first project. Now I haven't actually assembled it. I've kind of designed it but not put it all together. So we're using, of course, the designer series papers, and as I often do, I've put adhesive on lots of my pieces just to make it quick and easy to demonstrate. So I'm going to start with my piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock, and it's just a card body. And this piece right here, I'm going to tell you some of the dimensions as I go, to the extent I remember them. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. And then I've got a couple panels of designer series paper here. And for this one, I am actually using the very neutral patterns because I've got some of these pieces punched out that I'm going to be using for my decorations. So this designer paper is cut so that I have a very, not too big an edge. Let's see, I think I'm trying to remember how I measured. This was 5 1/16, I want to say. So it's 3/16 less than the height, just because I didn't want too much of an edge, but I also wanted to be able to see enough of the white for it to really show. So I'm just, whoa, oh no. Gotta make sure it's in the right spot before I attach it. The other way. So has anybody out there bought this Birthday Bonanza Suite, these products, or the designer paper? Curious if you guys have created with it or not. I'm going to take a quick look at comments. You guys chime in and let me know. Okay, so there's my starting place. And then I have this very small 3/16 inch strip of white that I'm going to put right down. Actually, I'm going to wait to put that down because I want to make sure the spacing of my little designer paper circles are where I want them to be. Okay, so I've got dimensionals on the back side of each of these, and I'm going to put this one in the middle. I just want to get my spacing. I'm not going to press it down until I got them in place. So these are really pretty simple, clean and simple, quick projects. These pieces of designer paper were, I used a 1.5 inch circle punch to punch them out. Okay, just getting them centered. There we go. Looks pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Good. Okay, so now I have this piece here, but I wanted to quickly show you how I created it. Super quick and easy. So this measures 2 7/8 by a hair less than 1 inch. And I'm going to use my triple banner punch. So it's got this well down here that's 1 inch, 1.5, and then 2 inches. So it's designed to use those width of strips. And I find that it has to be just a hair less than those dimensions for it to fit in the well. So I just measured this so that I could tuck it all the way in. It would sit in the well, and it looks like it's a little bit wide for the well, but just make sure it's centered in there. And this should be exactly the size that I need it to be to fit on my card. Now I'm using my jet black StazOn. I could have used Memento, but in general, if I'm using red rubber, I really like and prefer to use the StazOn because I find that it's sort of a darker, richer black. Now you do have to use the StazOn cleaner in order to clean your stamp, but I think it's worth the extra sort of richness in the black. So now I'm going to center this on here, and this is always hard to do because the camera's where my head wants to be. So if I don't get it straight, I got a backup plan. Oh my gosh, how the heck did I do that? My head wasn't even over the piece. It's a little low, but it's good. I can't believe I actually did that. So I'm cracking myself up right now. All right, so now I'm going to use some Mango Melody ink. And I took one of the images from the Perennial Birthday set, just this little speck. Now in the Birthday Bonanza set, there's a fun little speckly image that does something like those shapes, but of course I didn't have that, so I was looking for an alternative fun little element. So I'm going to do full inking up here in the corner, and then full inking down here, and then I'll just do a little bit of second inking here and abouts. Just make it sort of happy, right? Just want those little happy specks. Alrighty. So now I have dimensionals on the back side of this one. So this is going to go right in here. Specs or no specs? I'm looking at my comments. Specs or no specs? I need to give you time to respond. Okay, let's see. I'm looking at comments. So, Robin, you didn't get the set, but you do have some paper. Yes. The paper is just fun. I think it's a really fun thing that you can buy stuff from a suite and not even buy the stamp set and dies and still have a lot of fun with a suite. Okay. Ah, specs. Everybody, okay, specs. Yay, thank you for chiming in. I was killing time, just the right amount. Okay. Grab myself some dimensionals. And do another one in the middle. I don't want that to be like falling down. But before I do it, I need that little white strip. I wanted to wait so I could tell how my positioning of my little animals was. Now I put glue dots on the back side of this, and I just did one at 3 different spots, and it was just wide enough. So now I know that glue dots measure 3/16 of an inch in diameter because it fit just perfectly. So I'm going to do this more on the stripe, so I leave about the same amount of the Coastal Cabana designer paper on both sides of my circles, my little animal circles. That started looking so cute, I think. So the designer of this card, the layout that I'm copying here, was Sandra Hernandez, and she used a different designer paper here, and anyway, she flip-flopped some stuff, but basically the same basic layout with a few little tweaks. And of course, she had the set, the Birthday Bonanza set, so she used a sentiment, and she used that little sparkly image, whatever it is, on hers, whereas I couldn't. So there's the finished card. Pretty darn simple, I think. And actually, I think this might be the most complicated of the 3 I'm doing today. Okay, so the only other thing that I was contemplating, right? So here are the little pom-poms. They're so cute, right? But I can't seem to find a place for them. Like, well, how do you use these things? I was thinking maybe I'd put a few down under the sentiment. Something like that. You gotta be, guys, telling me what you think. Don't really like that too much. or down at the bottom. I'm going to keep looking up at comments, see if you guys have opinions. I don't know. They're just funny little pom-poms. And then they go flying around up at the top and up at the bottom. I don't know. I have the tendency to just go, no. And then I thought maybe off to the side. Do you guys get it? I'm kind of fussing and messing and killing time so I can look at your comments. On top of the birthday hat. Ooh, now there's an idea. Who said that? Ah, Christy. Okay, let's see. Hi, Karen. Let's see. Oh, you're from Australia. How fun. Okay. Well, and you know, my only conflict about that is then I'm going to cover up the cute little one that's there, but that's not a bad idea. I don't know. Can't decide. Maybe his nose. That looks really silly, doesn't it? Well, I can't do it. I can't do it. No. It's not working for me. Maybe it will after I'm off camera. Let's see. Put on hat of the bear. This guy. The hat. Well, yeah, somebody else said that too, but you know what? It just didn't work for me, man. I like the little sparkly specky thing. Maybe we're supposed to use it in a shaker card, but then I doubt it would float around. So, look at that. And then they like to go flying all over the place. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm just going to say I'm done. Everybody thinks the koala's hat. I know. You guys are all in agreement, but I guess what? I disagree. Oh, it's okay. It's not a bad idea. I just really like the way that little guy, that little, you know, the pom-pommy thing that's there looks. I think it's just adorable the way it is. All right. Done with this card. Ready to move on to the next one. Okay. Next card is, here we go. This one is actually even simpler. I'm going to just leave that one in the field of vision so you guys can see it. So we're using a piece of Coastal Cabana for this one. And I am using a piece of Mango Melody. And that's just going to get justified to the left. Now this original design was created by Raquel Bath. I'm sure you guys recognize that name because I've showed other things that she has shared in the tutorial bundle in the past. And now, guess where my little koala came from? I was strategic in how I did this. I stole a little koala from this piece of designer paper because guess what? It's going to get covered up. So I was toiling and torturing how I should use this piece of paper and where I should put the sentiment. It's like, I need to find a koala to cut out for this other card without sacrificing a whole piece of designer paper, you know, like a big piece. So I found a spot and there it is. So, but we're going to cover that up, so it's going to be all good. So now I've done the sentiment here the same way with those little specks with the happy birthday, punched it out using the, it's actually a 1 3/4 inch circle punch. I'm not going to lie, it's retired. But I'm sure that there is a circle die that's exactly the same size. This is just easier. So I'm telling you the truth. It's retired. I love my circle punches. I love all my punches. They're so easy. Easier and quicker than doing a die. Okay, so again, adhesive on the backs of these pieces already. Attach that one. And I'm using, so 1 3/4 is the retired one. The one outside of that is a 2-inch circle punch. That is current. And then the black is the Starburst punch, which is a really fun one. And just such a perfect match with this color scheme and happy birthday theme. So I have dimensions on the back side of that. You can't see the sparkly thing. Sparkly thing. I can't even remember if I said anything about a sparkly thing. Okay. Maybe you can tell me later, Christy. I'm so confused. Okay, so guess what? I'm just going to attach it like this. You notice I'm covering my little circle. Now, the original design had this element down at the bottom, and I think I'm making it exactly as she did it, except a different sentiment because I didn't have the same one and the specs and whatnot. She had it down at the bottom, but for this, of course, I would be covering up that adorable little koala, so that just needed to be showing. So there it is. Ah, good to have you here, Lucille. Am I saying that right? I'm so glad you were able to make it live. It sounds like that this is a first. Yay. Welcome. Okay, so last but not least, my contribution to the tutorial bundle. So for this one, I'm using a piece of Bermuda Bay again. I love Bermuda Bay. And for this one, I'm using this designer paper, which I just think is so fun and festive. Now, I did a second version of this card, which I'll show you when I'm done. It's actually the photograph that's in with the tutorial bundle. So I just realized I haven't said anything about the tutorial bundle and how that all works. So the tutorial bundle is a set of 8 pretty simple, clean and simple style cards. Sometimes there's an occasional 3D item in there, and it's created by 8 demonstrators. We all collaborate, and one of us, not me, but one person in the group, the organizer, puts it all together in a PDF, and then we use it however we wish. So for me, I give it as a freebie to my team members, and then I also give it to customers who are newsletter subscribers with every $35 or more merchandise purchase. So it is available to really anybody who wants it. If you join my team or you spend some money, and of course part of my newsletter gives you that low threshold of just $35 to spend to get it. So, and that comes out every single month. So there's a new one every month. So, okay, now this I stamped with one of the images in Perennial Essence with black ink. I can't remember if I used Memento or StazOn, but it doesn't really matter. It looks pretty much, you get the idea. And then I die cut this from the stitched rectangle dies. So super simple little element there. And you can see I'm going to use some balloons. And then I also die cut a piece of black, also with my stitched rectangle dies. So you can see the stitch in there. And I have dimensionals on the back side of this. Now, I had run out of pieces that allowed me to have nice long strips like that one. I don't know if you can see that. So I ended up using some white dimensionals. Obviously, in the case of this kind of frame, the black dimensionals are a better way to go because you're potentially going to see it on the side. So here's how this one comes together. Simple. It's just going to be a frame over that designer series paper, and I love how dramatic these colors look. They're so pretty with the black and the balloons in the center. And then I'm just going to attach this flat in the center of the frame. Now, I don't actually create a lot of things that are like truly clean and simple, but it's so fun when I do, and I think this one definitely qualifies as clean and simple. That goes in the middle. Nice crisp little design. And then last but not least, I'm going to put a couple little balloons on this. So I'm going to start with one flat on the frame here off to the left. See if that's the right position. I have dimensional on the back side of that one because I want the two balloons to kind of be at slightly different heights just to make it a little bit more interesting and fun. Give it a little dimension, of course. And then I've got one more balloon that I'm going to place in the lower right-hand corner of my frame. So there we go. Pretty simple. Simple and festive, right? Yeah, I really like the black. So I'm going to show you the other version that I did. And this is the one that's in the tutorial bundle, but it's the same layout, just different colors. So that's my first design. And it shows, of course, all the little ice cream cones, which I think are so cute and fun. And then, of course, the balloons here on the left. So different, of course, but super simple projects. So before I let you go, I do want to show you one other thing. So I don't know if you guys, I pointed these out. Let's see, I got to show you in the catalog, in the mini catalog. So these are bags, of course, gift bags. But I really wanted to try something different with them. So I created this other card version, which is the same layout, but I put it in here as a sort of a backing so that we could see those little white, you know, poofy, specky things. So yes, a masking card, isn't it? It's so nice when we find those ones that are good for giving to men, because of course these are more cutesy, I guess. But yeah, this has a little more of a masculine look, so definitely handy. So anyway, I thought that was kind of fun. It's not my favorite version, but I thought it was just a fun way to try to use this plastic. So I cut it open and then, you know, put it in there for just that little element. So yeah, just fun. Alrighty, so what else do I need to share? Look at my agenda. I think I'll turn the camera facing me and we'll have a quick finish up. Alrighty. Hi everyone, I'm back. Okay, so just to finish up, I hope you enjoyed those projects, and I'll be, of course, reading your comments after the fact, because I'm sure I missed them, and commenting and responding. If I didn't say hello, I'll say hello in your comments back. So let's see, coming up. What's coming up this week? Well, of course, I'll be here next Thursday, my regular time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, whatever the date is. Haven't looked. Let's see, today is the 5th. So it should be the 12th, I guess. Yeah, the 12th. Yeah, there we go. Thursday the 12th. So don't forget about Paper Pumpkin. If that's something you're interested in trying out, this is a great time to try it. Got to do it by March 10th. And check out the new celebration items if you're going to order. Of course, now you can get new freebies. So yay, so much fun. And all of these projects and photographs will be on my website tomorrow. I'll do a blog post with photographs of everything and a complete supply list. When I do the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle, I don't include dimensions, largely because it is an exclusive offering, the tutorial bundle. But for most of them, you can probably figure it out if you really want to make them. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me, and I will look forward to seeing you next Thursday, I hope, and for reading your comments. So have a wonderful week and happy weekend. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here.